In a night that will go down in WWE history as one of the most explosive and emotionally charged events in recent memory, the landscape of professional wrestling has shifted in a massive way. The WWE Universe was left in utter disbelief as Roman Reigns, the self-proclaimed tribal chief and undisputed head of the Samoan wrestling dynasty, made his unannounced and thunderous return to the ring. After months of silence, speculation, and internal chaos within the bloodline, Roman Reigns appeared at a crucial moment during Solo Sikoa's match with Bronson Reed, reclaiming his place at the top and delivering a powerful message not just to his family, but to the entire WWE roster. This moment wasn't just about surprise, it was about vengeance, power, and control. Roman Reigns didn't come back to talk. He came back to send a message, one punctuated by violence and finality. The target of his fury? None other than Jacob Fatu, the so-called Samoan werewolf, who shocked the world by betraying Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank. That betrayal cost Solo dearly, a defeat at the hands of Seth Rollins that left his confidence shaken and his position within the bloodline uncertain. Jacob Fatu, once seen as a loyal cousin and a dominant force within the family, made a bold play for power. But in a family built on loyalty and tradition, betrayal is the ultimate sin. And tonight, Roman made it clear. There are consequences. As Solo battled Bronson Reed in a hard-fought and physical match, the crowd suddenly erupted as Roman Reigns' entrance theme blared through the arena speakers. The atmosphere instantly shifted. Fans leapt to their feet. Commentators were stunned. No one had seen Roman since WrestleMania, and whispers about his future had only grown louder as the bloodline unraveled in his absence. His appearance tonight wasn't just symbolic, it was strategic. He waited for the perfect moment to strike. As Roman slowly walked down the ramp with the stoicism and intensity that only he can deliver, the tension in the arena became unbearable. But just when it seemed like he might address the audience or confront Reed directly, Jacob Fatu's music hit. The anticipation of a face-off between two of the bloodline's most powerful warriors had fans holding their breath. But what happened next shattered expectations completely. Jacob Fatu never even made it to the ring. As he began his entrance, Roman and Solo blindsided him in a merciless ambush. The attack was quick, calculated, and devastating. Roman Reigns speared Fatu with such force that he sent him crashing through the ringside barricade, a collision that left the crowd stunned into silence. But the assault didn't end there. Roman and Solo dragged Fatu to the steel steps, where they performed a synchronized double Samoan spike, one of the most vicious and symbolic attacks the bloodline could deliver. It was not just a beatdown, it was an excommunication. With Jacob Fatu writhing in pain, Roman leaned in close and growled words that will likely echo in Fatu's mind for a long time. Nobody betrays this family. It was a chilling declaration, not just of punishment, but of warning. The bloodline doesn't tolerate disloyalty. And the tribal chief, despite his absence, still reigns with absolute authority. As if to punctuate the moment with prophecy, Roman then turned his gaze upward and pointed to the WrestleMania sign hanging above the ring. It wasn't subtle. It was deliberate. Roman Reigns is back, and his eyes are locked on the grandest stage of them all. This is only the beginning. The implications of Roman's return are already rippling across the WWE. Backstage, cameras caught Paul Heyman frantically making phone calls, pacing with a look of anxiety and fear etched across his face. Heyman, who has long served as the bloodline's wise counsel and Roman's closest advisor, clearly didn't see this coming. Or if he did, he wasn't prepared for the force of Roman's return. The backstage area was buzzing with confusion and tension. If Roman is back, then the era of internal chaos might be over. But a new chapter of calculated dominance is just beginning. And then there's Jey Uso. Jey, the emotional heartbeat of the Bloodline saga, recently suffered a crushing loss to Gunther in a match that tested his will, his identity, and his standing within his family. Weeks ago, Roman sent Jey a heartfelt message, a moment of vulnerability from a man usually cloaked in power and pride. That message left fans divided. Was it manipulation? A sincere outreach? or part of a larger plan to bring the bloodline back under one unified banner? Tonight's events have only added to the speculation. With Solo Sikoa clearly back in Roman's corner and Jacob Fatu effectively exiled, one has to wonder, is Roman trying to restore the bloodline with a stronger, tighter grip than ever before? All eyes are now on JUSO. Will he answer Roman's call and rejoin the family? Can he forgive the past, or is the wound still too fresh? And what of Jimmy USO, whose absence remains a mystery? The Bloodline saga continues to unfold like a Shakespearean drama, filled with betrayal, loyalty, power struggles, and legacy. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Roman Reigns is not just returning to lead. He's returning to dominate. And if that weren't enough, Roman also made his presence felt toward Seth Rollins. As the dust settled in the ring, Roman locked eyes with Rollins, who stood on the entrance ramp holding the money in the bank briefcase. No words were exchanged. None were needed. The silent exchange told an entire story. Roman has not forgotten. He knows who cost him in the past, and he intends to settle every score. Rollins, though brave, looked cautious. He knows what Roman is capable of and what might be coming next. Tonight marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. The Bloodline Civil War may be coming to a close, but a new reign under Roman Reigns has just begun. He's reclaimed control, re-established dominance, and removed any threats from within. With Solo Sikoa standing at his side once again and Jacob Fatu left broken, the road ahead looks clear but also dangerous. The WWE locker room, and especially Seth Rollins' faction, will now have to decide how they respond to a Roman Reigns who's more dangerous, more focused, and more ruthless than ever before. So the questions now loom large. Will JUSO rejoin Roman and Solo to complete the reformation of the bloodline? Is Jacob Fatu truly finished in WWE after tonight's brutal betrayal of the betrayer? And how will Seth Rollins respond now that the tribal chief has returned with fire in his eyes and vengeance in his heart? Let us know what you think. Stay connected. Turn on those notifications and hit that subscribe button because the Bloodline saga isn't ending. It's only evolving. And as long as Roman Reigns stands tall, this war is far from over. The tribal chief has returned, and WWE will never be the same again. One thing is certain, the Bloodline's internal war may be ending, but a new era of power and dominance under Roman Reigns is just beginning. The tribal chief has returned with fury, focus, and fire, and WWE will never be the same. The question now isn't whether the bloodline is reuniting. It's how far they'll go to cement their legacy, and who will survive the storm that follows. One thing is certain. The bloodline's internal war may be ending, but a new era of power and dominance under Roman Reigns is just beginning. The tribal chief has returned with fury, focus, and fire, and WWE will never be the same. The question now isn't whether the blue